I'm great. It's nice.
It's awesome to kind of see different people's perspective.
Good.
Then there's never a bad time of day to put on a cute little shirt.
Hi, I'm Stacy London from Messini at Meijer, and I'm here with 3 fashionistas today to talk about key fall pieces and how to dress them up or dress them down. Versatility is pretty important, right, Nicole?
Oh yeah. I think that dressing a piece up or down is like my philosophy. I love this skirt. It has the flirtiness of the lace.
Stand up so we can just get a look at it, because you wore it with sneakers.
I
and
did.
There's something really cool about the way you've done
I
this.
decided to dress it down considering it has this athletic waistband, and I thought it was just the perfect look.
I think that's really cute.
Yeah, and what I love about that is, the midi skirt is very easy to dress up or dress down. I think that length lends itself to a casual shoe, but it also lends itself to a heel. And again, one of the things that we've been talking a lot about this whole season is mixing the kind of hard with the soft, right? So this athletic inspiration that, you see on my cuff or your waistband goes with this kind of tulle skirt or with the lace. And to me, that's how you have the versatility, because you have more than one feeling in the piece itself, right? It's almost like a Gemini like me. So now tell me about, again, versatility. Like when you've got a printed bomber, how do you play with it?
How I would play with it is I like to keep it with simple pieces. For me, like sometimes I actually have a harder time with floral prints. So that's not what I would be best at. I would definitely do really good with the skirt though, because I feel like I could play that up with like a little t-shirt or even like a cream cardigan. And like spice it up with a couple different things so I could wear it out to an event, or I could just wear it around the house and just be super cute. But sometimes I do have a harder time when it comes to different colors. So that's definitely my weakness in the fashion world. So like I've never worn a teal before, but I love the way that it looks on this jacket. It was definitely put together so nice.
Yeah, I love the teal color with your hair. And that, it's interesting that you're talking about the skirt the way you're talking about it, because the idea of it like a little t-shirt, you did a bomber with a kind of more sophisticated necklace, but you're talking about like a cream cardigan, and you could do, guys, a ballet flat with that would just be killer. And again, we have this skirt both in black and in olive, and so I think, right, of course, I know, you're right, you're already about the green, but again, that gives you the kind of versatility where black, generally we assume that could be more evening, right? But it doesn't have to be, because if you wore a shiny shirt like that with olive, you could totally make that an
really
evening
pretty,
outfit.
especially for fall.
Well, it's funny though, because my mind automatically went to evening when I saw this skirt. I absolutely adore it, but I have this thing for black and white, and then I would have thrown on some sort of power lip. So
I mean, we
Red
know
lip.
that you would have thrown on some sort of power lip. And it's really funny because when you were saying black and white, I'm like, oh my God, Janelle Monáe only wears black and white. So it's, it's really funny to me, like that the interest, in terms of color would be the bold lip. I think that's kind of fascinating. That to me is great versatility, when you can find something that you can dress up or dress down. And again, another piece that we have in the collection this fall is velvet. And that would be beautiful with a skirt for cocktail.
Oh yeah.
Right? I think that would be really, really nice. I have to go back to the idea of the ballet flat, because, there are ballet flats in Meijer that are velvet that just, I literally want every pair, because I feel like they will go with the entire Messini collection. And again, when you start to think about that, when you start to think about what you're going to pair things with, then you think like, what's better with a heel? What's better with a flat? Usually that's about a pant. And with the skirt that's this length, then you have a lot of versatility. And I'm just curious how you feel about Shine for Day.
Oh, I'm all about it, but I'm a sparkle girl. So, I'll wear it morning, noon, or night. I think it has a lot to do with a person's personality. So if you're someone that's into the shimmer and the shine, then there's never a bad time of day to put on a cute little shirt from Messini.
Like I would wear
That's
that. I would wear
shiny.
that during the day.
Yeah.
Well, see, but that's interesting to me, because you were saying before about like a little cream sweater. So now I'm starting to think of you as kind of more classic, a little bit. Like this this is what I love about the collection.
Seeing how other people's minds work.
100%. You can come to this collection and everybody will have a different way to style it. I think this is so important. Every aspect of the way that you dress matters, don't you think? I mean, you put this together in a very specific way. I want you to talk more about why you chose what you chose.
Yeah, I mean, I chose a very basic black tee because I'm not the biggest fan of color. For some reason, I just don't feel that with me, it really brings out my confidence. So I'm mostly black and white. I saw this skirt. I thought it was absolutely gorgeous. I love athleisure. I'm a college student, so athleisure is kind of my thing. And I paired it with this bomber jacket, which I actually decided to size up in because I felt that way it was more versatile with a pair of sneakers, and I'm literally ready to go to class or hit them up for happy hour.
Well, I'm not invited. But you know what? Okay, that's interesting because I would have said, oh, is the bomber too long for the skirt? But you did that on purpose. So that to me is interesting. Like there was thought that went into the way you wanted it to look. And that you sized it up thinking I could wear this with a t-shirt and jeans. Now, it's so interesting to me because you're a college student. Do you feel like this skirt is still okay? Like, I know college students who go to, classes in their pajamas.
I mean, sometimes, but
Don't tell me that you do, because then I'm not letting you leave the studio, so you won't graduate. Right.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like fashion is what I make of it, and if I want to wear this skirt to class, I can.
Yeah. I mean, I really like the idea that a college student can wear this skirt and make it casual enough to work in that environment, and then you can wear it, out for cocktails.
And that a college student can afford this stuff.
True.
It's glamorous and affordable. I mean, come
And
on.
there's so many events on campus, like after you're done with school, even if you're still super casual, you can just like pop off and be like, yep, we're going to the next event.
And you know what else I think is great is that that's the type of skirt you can take into a job interview.
True.
Absolutely. The idea that these pieces can have a longer life, because at each stage of life you're going to need pieces that can do different things for you, I think is pretty important. Ladies, I want to thank you so much for joining me, and keep checking back for more episodes on fall style at Meijer.